Yo, what's up, dudes, dudettes, duderinos? Yeah, got another sick kiddo today, so my apologies. So I thought I'd make an extra special video for you today, and for those of you that wanted, your daily comic, here it is. A little bit of spirit of Thanksgiving. Pretty straightforward day today. All three groups we are going to be working on the Chapter 4 review in math so that y'all can rock the house and give this sixth grade level test a try tomorrow. Or rather, yeah, tomorrow. That's the way it works. So this is the schedule. Not that it means anything to everybody. You guys know all of this. So yeah, let's rock and roll. Remember, you guys have assigned seats. Make sure you're sitting in your assigned spots. Wow, this is what you guys look like in fourth grade, huh? Kind of crazy. I gotta go back and take a look at. Yeah, cool. Not used to seeing y'all without your masks. Oh, what a nice bunch y'all are. Oh my goodness, some of you got some different hair going on. Love it. Ooh, and then there's this bunch. I don't even know where to start with you guys. Good looking crew, all of you. Okay, so here's the deal. The last couple days in math, I gave you the challenger review option. The review option where a lot of you guys were going back and fixing previous exit slips, which awesome. And some of you worked on the Chapter 4 stuff independently. You either worked on it 1 or 2 days, depending on which group you're in. Really good work. Today, we're going to kind of do the same idea. You can either choose your teacher. I'm not sure if you guys are going to have Mr. Dan, Ms. Matthews, or Ms. Roberts. They can maybe have some input on where or what you should be doing. But no matter what option you pick today, everybody's going to give that test a chance tomorrow. If it's brutal and you just like hit a wall and it's not working for you, we'll figure it out. We'll find a different activity. But I think a lot of these skills are achievable. And if you guys do at least okay on the test, then like I've said a bunch of times, I can use this to really boost your grade a little bit. Okay. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. Because it's a review day, we're not doing any exit slips, no written homework. The only thing you need to do tonight is, maybe some Chapter 4 IXLs just to kind of prepare for giving this test a shot tomorrow. Okay, and then, there's Calvin, who you can read at your leisure. These slides are all linked in Schoology as well. So choice 1 today, all right, handsome, you get over there, is following along with the teacher. Now, depending on who's teaching, they may choose to lead you through the chapter review themselves, or they might just use this video to do it, which case, just keep listening. Follow along, try and do your best. You can do a lot of this stuff. As you follow along, have a new notebook page titled Chapter 4 Review. When you finish going through the review, if you're done and you're happy with the review, you can go into your grades on Schoology. You can look at your exit slips. If there's anything that still needs to be boosted, you can boost those up. If you've done that, you can work on old IXL lessons. You can work on Chapter 4 IXL lessons. And if you're like done, you can do some of those workbook pages, okay? So that's the guided option. That's either following along with the teacher or following along with this video with the teacher as you solve the problems and you get help from your instructor and you work together. You'll get to collaborate more on this option because as the video gets paused, then you'll be able to talk and work with your neighbors, okay? If you do the independent option, then I'm going to have you working independently and you're going to be like zipped and you're going to be working quietly somewhere else in the room. Okay, so option 1 is teacher guided, which is going to be following along with the teacher / this video up on the monitor, and then working together when you're pausing for work times. Or if you're really feeling your mojo, you can watch this video independently. It's posted in Schoology. Put your headphones on, watch, and do the review just as I coach you to do it. Okay, when you're done with that, IXL lessons from Chapter 4. And then if you have those all up to 80, you can do the enrichment activities in Chapter 4, or you can even go to the diagnostic arena. Okay? So, those of you working independent, get to work independently. Those of you following along with the video or the teacher, here we go. It is the chapter review today. We simply have 4 incomplete statements here that need a vocabulary word to fill in the squares. Why don't you pause me? collaborate with your neighbors if you're in the group lesson, or work quietly on your own. You can draw the lines if you need to on your device or however you want to do it. And we'll review in just a moment. Pause me now. All right, you got it done. A fraction whose numerator is greater than the denominator is called an improper fraction. A fraction that has both a whole number and a fraction part is called a mixed number. When the same number is a factor of two numbers, it is called a common factor. And the blank of 9 over 1, or 9 is 1/9. Remember that term reciprocal. We used that in the fraction division last week, okay? So boom, boom, boom. That's how all that matches up. If you have any questions, ask a neighbor, ask your teacher, or send me a message, okay? All right, let's move on to the next slide. All right, this is fraction multiplication. The one thing I want to show you is that on most of these you can simplify before you multiply. Oh, I got blurry there. I faked out the camera. Simplify, then multiply. Pause me right in a moment when I say pause, and then solve these with your group or on your own. If you're doing the guided lesson, solve with your group. If you're off working independently and listening to your little headphones, do it on your own. Pause me now. And I'm unpaused. Excellent. Let's see. For this first one, I hope that you notice that the 2 and the 4 could both be simplified together. If you divide each one by 2, that becomes a 1 and that becomes a 2, and then you just multiply numerators and multiply denominators, and you'll get 2 7s. Over here, we've got a lot of simplifying we could do. We could divide the 2 and the 10 both by 2, changing that to a 1 and a 5, and then the 9 and the 3 both divide by 3. So now I've got 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 5 is 5, 3/5. For number 7, I can do the 8 and I can do the 2. Each divisible by 2. 3 times 1 is 3, and 4 times 5 is 20ths for 3/20ths. And then here, there's nothing I can really do, but that's kind of nice because then you just multiply it. Okay? Multiplying fractions, remember, you have A over B times C over D. Yeah, that's a D. Good grief, McCarthy. It's late right now. Equals A times C over B times D. All right? You got this. You totally got this. All right, here you're asked to multiply fractions. Now we're dealing with improper fractions. We're going to end up with whole numbers or mixed numbers. But again, before you even start, take a look and see where you can simplify some of these, either within the same fraction or any numerator with any denominator. Simplify it before you multiply. Do that, pause me, and when you got these two done, or when your group's got these two done, hit play, and I'll take you through it. All right? Pause me now. And I'm back. All right, for the first one, oh, this works out really nicely. The 20 and the 5 are both divisible by 5. And then the 12 and the 6 are both divisible by 6. So then I simply have 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. My answer is 8. And then over here, 16 and 8 can both be divided by 8. If you started with 2, you started by 4, that's fine, but you can remember you can keep doing steps to do it. 2 8s and 16, 1 8 and 8. And then the 9 and the 12 do both divide by 3. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. And if I do 8 divided by 3, that gives me 2 and 2/3. Okay, remember, these are just division problems. Every fraction is its own division problem. Okay? You can do this stuff. All this stuff is easier than the addition and subtraction. That's why I'm encouraging you so strongly to do the try the chapter 4 test. Okay. Oh, here's some new ones. Looking at all of these, be sure that you take, before you do anything, I would say turn each of these numbers into an improper fraction. If you don't remember how to do that, remember that it's denominator times whole number plus numerator, and all of that over the denominator. Okay? Pause this with that on your screen, convert those three circled numbers to improper fractions, simplify before you multiply, and then unpause it and come back to me. Pause it now. All right, how'd that work out? So 5 and a fourth, 4 times, according to this rule here, 4 times 5 is 20 plus 1 is 21. Fourths times 8, and remember I like to change that 8 wholes, 17 wholes, 14 wholes. Then before I multiply, 8 divided by 4 is 2, 4 divided by 4 is 1, 21 times 2 is 42 over 1, which equals 42. Okay, the 3 and 5, 6. I'm going to do 14 wholes times 6 times 3 is 18 plus 5 is 23 over 6. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Oh, this is naturally just going to be kind of a pain. 23 divided by 6 is... No, not 23 divided by 6. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Then 1 times 3 on the bottom is 3. 7 times 23, well, 7 times 20 is 140. 7 times 3 is 21, so then I get 161 divided by 3, which I actually have to do. Boom, I get 53 and 2/3. If I get one of these wrong, which is likely to happen, let me know about it. The other thing I could do is this. If you guys remember doing this, oh, that's going to be a mess though. 14 times 3 is 42. 14 times 5 is 76. 42 plus 76, which equals 35/3. And 35/3 equals 11 2/3. 42 plus 11 is 53 and 2/3. Yay, shouldn't have second guessed myself. Okay, and over here, 17 wholes times 8 times 2 is 16 plus 5 is 21. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, these are making you guys work. 21/8. So then I'm going to do 21 times 17. I'm going to put the 21 on the bottom because I'm going to get 17 and 34. I have to do 357. So that equals 357 over 8. I literally have to do 357 divided by 8. 4, 32, 37, 4, 32, 5, 44, and 5/8. Wow, you guys had to work on these a little bit. Womp womp. All right, let's clear that and move on to the next one. All right. Division, 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 division. Remember we worked on this last Friday and Thursday? And here's how division works. Remember when I talked about how 2/9 divided by 4 equals 2/9 of 4, which equals 2/9 times 4 wholes, which equals what am I doing? What am I doing? Wait. 2 divided by 4. 2/9 divided by 4. I did all of that wrong. Oh, Mr. McCarthy. Do I have to stop and delete that? No, I'm just going to go back. Ignore all of that, okay? No, okay, we can do that. See, I make mistakes. I'm not as perfect as I initially appeared. We decided that 2/9 divided by 4 equals, 1/4 of 2/9. Now I got it. Equals 1/4 of 2/9 equals 1/4 times 2/9. And then because the turnaround facts, 2/9 times 1/4. What does that mean? Well, if I look at this and this, we keep it. Keep that 2/9. Switch it. I can switch the division sign in the middle to a times sign, and then we flip it. Take that second number, which is 4 wholes, and turn it into 1/4. Okay, because remember that's actually 4 wholes, but we flip it to 1/4 to its reciprocal, and then I can multiply, and I get 2/36, which I could have simplified to 1/18. Keep it, switch it, flip it. Okay, you saw me make a mistake early on, big whoop-de-doo. Keep it, switch it, flip it, do these. Pause me, and then I'm going to turn on the afterburners here in a second and get these done. All right, do these, then it's my turn. Go. For pause and then, unpause. All right, you got this? 2/9 divided by 4 is the same as 2/9 times 1/4. 1 and 2, and I got 1/18. 7/12 divided by 2 is the same as 7/12 times 1/2, which is 7/24. 3/10 divided by 9 is the same as 3 times 1/9. The 9 and the 3 become a 1 and a 3, and I get 1/30. 15/19 divided by 5 is the same as 15 times 1/5. Simplify those, and I get 3/19. 6 divided by 1/4 is the same as 6 times 4. How many 1/4 in 6? This is that fabric and greeting card problem. 5 divided by 1/5. How many 1/5 in 5? So that's 5 times 5 is 25. How many halves in 10? Hey, I got 10 pizzas. How many halves of pizza do I have? I have 20 halves. And 6 divided by 1/8. Turn the 1/8 into 8/1. 6 times 8 is 48. Boom. Sorry I wasted about a minute at the front end of that, goofing up all over the place. You have to forgive me. Next slide. Crazy thing is, last year, you guys, when I had to make these videos and I was doing EVA, the rule was like, well, you're supposed to make them all under 15 minutes. My good grief, that's not easy. And I'm at 17 right now. I'm clearly rusty. Pat has t-shirts. A quarter of the t-shirts are pink, a half of what's left are white, and the rest are purple. This is a great bar model problem. But you pause it, and then I'm going to drop some bar model science on you. I'll see you in 5 seconds. Pause me. Boop. All right, here's the problem. There's Pat's t-shirts, right? Let's back this up. I need a skinny line. I don't know why I keep getting fat lines for that. There's a group of t-shirts divided into fourths. And just for kicks, boop. Here's my pink t-shirts. Now half of what's left are white. Well, here's what's left, which is 3/4. To do that in half, I can do this, or by the way, 1/2 of 3/4 is just going to be 3/8. Or you can simply shade in half of that. Boom, boom. Half are, so this is pink, white, and 3/8 purple. Now I made that overcomplicated. A quarter of the shirts are pink, so that means I have 3/4 left. If half of the remaining are white, then the other half are just purple. So that's what tells me it's purple. Okay, that's all. Let's move on to the next one. Pause me. Solve it. Remember. Oh, wait. Yeah. Pause me and solve it. So, nope, ignore that. 1 3/4 times 9 times 5. But since the order of multiplication doesn't matter, if I'm only doing multiplication, I'm going to switch this around to 9 times 5 times 1 3/4, which is 45 times 1 3/4, sorry, 7/4, good grief. 45 times 7, 47s is 280, 5 sevens is 35, so 45 times 7 is 315 divided by 4. How many 4s in 315? Well, there's going to be 25, there's going to be 75 4s in 300, 78 and 312, so 78 with 3/4 left over. You could do the long division, but that's how that works. Oh, wait. Oh, naughty me. I wouldn't accept that. Because 78 $3/4 is going to be... That's what I want for an answer. Boom. Wait, did you get that? All right, boom, let's move on. 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, McCarthy, shut it already. Oh, fabric problem. Read it, solve it. Pause me, and then I'm rocking here in about 5 seconds. Watch the countdown. You should pause me. I should have been paused. I'm solving it in 2 seconds. Solving it in 1 second. Yeah, you thought I froze, didn't you? Okay, here I go. Area of the piece of fabric is very simply 7/8 times 4/5. The 4 and the 8 can simplify to 2 and 1, and I'm going to get all of that works out. I think that's going to help. 7/10. Jody decides to share the piece of fabric. 7/10. Hang on. Yards squared. Jody decides to share the piece of fabric equally with her friend. What area does each person get? Well, I would do 7/10. You could do 7/10 divided by 2, which is the same as 7/10 times 1/2. Get 7/20 of a yard squared. Yay. Okay, I accidentally paused that at some point, and I'm not sure when I did. Ah, well, that's a one-day only lesson. I'll deal with it. Read this. Read it carefully. It's a bar model problem. Pause it, and then I'm going to come back at you in 5 seconds and drop some science on you. Go. And we're on. Here's the spectators, or here are the spectators at a show. First thing you're going to do is divide it up into fourths. This fourth right here is men. Okay? And then it says 2/5 of the remaining are women. The only way I'm going to be able to sort this and divide it into fifths is I'm going to have to divide each one into fifths. I'll do this, then I'll show you the math for it. And then in the case up here, I would just divide that into fifths too. Okay, so now 2/5 of what's remaining. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 15 spaces here. Okay, so 2/5 of 15 is going to be 6. Okay, so that's the women. And it also tells us that of the women there are 132. So to find out what one of these units is, which is what I need to do, I'm going to do 132 divided by 6. 6, 2, 12, 22. So each unit is 22. How many children are there? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Each of those with 22. 22 times 9. 8, 198 children. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do this. If you want to bug me about a different way, bug me tomorrow. Are we done yet? And we're going to skip these. That's enough for today. You can do these on your own. Rock the house. Follow the instructions in the slides. Work on those Chapter 4 IXL lessons if you want to rock this thing tomorrow. Okay? I want you to try. It's going to help. It's going to help. It's going to help. Can't hurt you. Only going to help. And then, you know, we got 5 days, no math. Goof off. Eat turkey. Do whatever. You know. But I'll be back tomorrow. All right? All right, nerds. Miss ya. Good luck. Kick some booty. Don't drive whoever drew the short straw and got stuck in my room today. Don't drive them nuts. Mr. Dan, Ms. Roberts, Miss Matthews, they're nice people. All right? Make sure you give them thanks. Later, dudes and dudettes and duderinos and duderound, whatever. Bye.